one thing I think that we can all agree on, I think that we can all agree that we like to get Happy Meal. When that big brown truck shows up for the delivery, I think everybody's a little excited. That means whatever you've ordered has come in. Well, yesterday the big brown truck showed up at my house, and boy was I excited. I've been waiting a long time to purchase these items that have just arrived. Something I've always wanted to get, but never did. I feel like it's an investment on saving me lots and lots of time. Hi there, I'm April Sawtelle, and welcome to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is unboxing some of the items I've been waiting a long time to get. And I'm super excited. So it's late in the summer and I've decided I needed to do a little bit of shopping. And a couple of the things have arrived yesterday and I want to show you what they are. And I just can't wait to use them. Okay, let's bring in the boxes. We're just going to do 2 boxes today. The rest of the items that I've invested in should be here soon. Here's the 2 boxes that arrived yesterday, and be assured, the items that are in them are not as big as the boxes. Let's see what these first investments I made are. Ta-da! This, my friends, is a 6.5 by 24 inch Creative Grids ruler. This is going to be a game changer. There's no stuffing in the box. That's pretty funny. Definitely a big enough box for this ruler. And it also didn't have any stuffing in it. They could probably save a lot of room on those trucks if they used a little smaller box. So this has been something that I've always wanted since I've used a Creative Grid ruler. It has grippies on it and it has the 1/2 inches. What I find that I'm doing all the time is I'm using my rulers that are Creative Grids that are not, I have to keep moving them. And the reason I'm using them all the time, I'll show you in just a second, is because I need the 1/2 inch marks. And I need them to pop. I cannot find the 1/2 inch marks on my other rulers. I mean, I can see that they're there after I'm counting and laying out tape and trying to figure where they are. Now I've decided I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be able to look at my fabric at a glance and make my cuts. I think it's going to be a big time saver for me. I think I'll be straighter. So I am like so excited. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't wait to get up. I had no plans in making a video on this. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited knowing those boxes were sitting on my table. So I thought I'd share my excitement with you. Let's go to the next box. Can you guess what's in this box? I'll give you a little hint. It's very similar to what I just opened. But it is a bigger box, so let's see what's in it. I've been home a little bit more lately. And I've been at my desk quite a bit more than I have been all summer. I've done a little bit of shopping, but it's all things that I really need. I really thought hard at what could speed my sewing projects up faster. So that's why I'm getting some of these new items. I am going to come back with some more videos on some box openings as my items come in. Oh, this is so exciting. All right, here it comes. What is it? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so exciting. I have wanted one of these for so long. Okay, guys. This is exciting for me. This is the Creative Grids 12.5 by 24 inch. The Big Easy. When you want to buy a vacuum or you want to buy just even one of these, you'll look at it and you'll look at it. You'll literally spend hours on these purchases. Just over time, you keep eyeing it, you're reading on it, you're reading the comments. But when you go to make a big purchase, such as a house, you can buy that in 10 minutes. You're in and out just like that. Just, yes, you want it. And that's your biggest investment of all. But you want to spend a fraction of that cost on something, and it takes you forever. That's what these rulers have done. I have been eyeing them for so long, never buying them. And finally, I just kept looking and looking and looking, and I'm finally like, just do it. Just, you want them, just do it. So that's why I did it. Now this one is going to be great. This is just going to lay on that fabric so nice. I'm going to demonstrate in a minute here. So this one is 6 inches wide. I think as far as rulers go, that the Creative Grids, though, for me anyhow, I can see all of the numbers and they've got the grippies. I love all of my small Creative Grids rulers. I just had these Fiskars ones, and they came in a kit, and they served their purpose. I did do a video. I have 3 of these. I think one of these was gifted to me. I do not need these anymore. I did do a video on how to put grips on the backs of these. So I do have the grip, but they're still very, very hard for me to see the numbers. Whenever need anything that's more than, on the inch, an inch and a half, inch and a quarter, inch and 3/4, I struggle with these because I just can't. It takes me so long to count these little dots. I just don't want to do it anymore. And I honestly feel like I got my use out of them. My cost per use, they were worth every penny that I had invested in them. But these are going to be leaving my home. I'm going to donate these. We'll take this plastic off. So this Big Easy, this is the 12.5 by 24. I paid $49.99 on Amazon for. I'm going to put the link below. I'm not sponsored for this product at all. It's just, I know I love Creative Grids, and I know I'm going to love this ruler. But I'll stick the link in the description box below if you're interested in buying this. $49.95. It's got all of the half-inch marks, the inch marks. You can see this. Here you've got your inches. Up here you've got your half inches. So if you're putting this on a corner on your fabric, you're going to be able to see that right at a glance. And I'll demonstrate that. I have bifocals too, so I really need to see that, And when I'm using the other one, I just can't see it very well. I was pulling out my 11.5-inch ruler all the time so I could see the marks, because I just couldn't see them on this one. There's still an investment I'd like to make sometime down the road. I'd like to get the Creative Grids 12-inch ruler, the 12.5, the 12-inch square, and I'd like to get the 8-inch square ruler. I have the 8.5-inch, but I'd like to get the 8-inch one. Just when I'm trimming down, it just makes things a little quicker. I have all the half-inch increments. Just because I feel like cutting into some fabric here, I'm going to demonstrate my new rulers. This is my innermost piece, but the selvage goes over quite a bit on the bottom. So I just want to take and make sure I've cleared that. Now, you can see the difference here between rulers. Here's my new ruler. You can see nice underneath. I can see all the lines. I can see right where I'm at. Let's look through this one. Much harder. Let's move this over and pretend I'm going to just line myself up. Okay. Now, I'm going to line myself up on this 4. Let me line myself up on this 4, if you can see that difference. 3, 4. Yeah, it's just like really much more bright, much more darker. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I just want to get rid of this selvage. And I want to make sure I got it all. All right, lining myself up here, making sure everything is going to be gone. I'm going to line my line up just right here. Any line just to say I'm straight. Let's get rid of that. Let's just for fun clean this side up as well. Let's just turn my fabric around one more time here. Let's pretend that we want to make 3.5-inch strips of fabric out of this fabric. Let's find this on the ruler. As you can see, it's a little hard to see. Here's my 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. Let's line that up at the top. I know it's this line right here. Let's see, 3, 3 1/2, 3 1/4, 3 1/2. So I got to make sure this line stays all the way down and all the way to the top. Let me bring that to the top. I'm going to pick it up and put it up there. 3 1/2. I take my finger and I keep adjusting my ruler to lay that right on top of my fabric. And I'm going to push it up here at the bottom. Okay, so now I can see, I'm still moving it around a little, making some more adjustments. 3 1/2. Here's my 3 1/2 inch. I'm lined up. Boom, I would make my cut right there. See how long that took me? I'm going to take my creative grid ruler. I want to cut 3 1/2 inches out of my fabric. I'm going to just slide this over. Boom. It's just there. It's all nice and dark. Brings me right to the line. I don't have any thinking to do. All right, I want to pretend I'm going to do 1 1/2. Just slide it over to 1 1/2. Let's do 5 1/2. Just like that. It's so fast. Boom, I just cut right. Now, let's just turn this around for a minute. All right, I just want to do 1 inch. The line is so dark, I can see it so nicely. 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. Boom, boom, boom. Let's look again with this Fiskars. Okay, there's the 1 inch, the 2 inch, the 3 inch. This kind of reminds me of when you look through certain glasses and you can see the contrast of the fabric. It kind of reminds me of that. So right now, where I'm looking into the camera, I can just see all these dark marks popping up. Over here, it's just so, dull. And for me, for how I see, this is the way that I really need to see things. This is just kind of all blends into me. So let's just slide this over. Again, one more time, I want to look at for 1/2 inches. Just takes a while to set up. And then over here, let's do this one more time to experiment. You can just see how simple it is. It's just so easy. Even just to get, if you're looking, not even looking at the ends, and you're looking at your middle marks here, and you're using all of these middles, it's just so simple. These also have grips on the bottom, so this grips right down nice to your fabric so you don't get that slide. And on this one, I added my own grips, which I did do a tutorial for that, which I could link below. This one I don't have any grips on, and you can see this one slides around. So let's just demonstrate with creative grids and the Fiskars. I'm not moving the creative grids, and the Fiskars can be moved all over the place if you don't put your own grippies on it. So not only did I do an unboxing for this video, I did a review as well. I'm not sponsored for any of these products that I'm showing you. I'm just showing you the difference between the two and why I'm so happy that I was able to finally get my creative grids. If I wanted to make a cut at 12 1/2 inches, I would have to butt these two up together. Well, I didn't want to have to do that anymore. I want to just have it all at a glance. So what was happening with me is I was like, let's say I want to just do a 9 1/2 inch cut. I would use this ruler, bring it over because I could see it, bring it over to the edge of my fabric and make my cut and then have to drag my ruler down. Or I would use my other ruler and butt them up together like I just demonstrated. I decided I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to cut big lengths of fabric. That's why I decided to go with the Creative Grid 12 1/2 inch by 24 inch ruler. That would allow me to cut the whole piece of fabric when it's usually I've cut on folds. So that would allow me to do that. So look how simple this is going to be. 1/2 inch increments. Let's turn it. We can get to the solid increments. Boom, just like that. But look how fast I can do it. It just amazes me how fast I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to have a lot more time for sewing and a lot less time to have to worry about cutting. And of course they have, you know, the 45-degree angles, the 60-degree angles, and the 30-degree angle. I hope you found this video a little bit helpful in making your decisions to what you're going to buy for rulers. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye, little Miss Reddy Thready.